This is the September 11th Parks and Recreation Commission meeting, and we'll start off with a call to order, which we've done. How about a roll call vote?
Commissioner Brinkman?
That's okay. Here.
Commissioner Fallman? Here. Commissioner Trevini?
Here.
Chairperson Gummer?
Yes. Moving on, we'll go to the approval of the agenda. Do I have a motion to approve tonight's agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as written.
Do I have a motion? Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
I have a motion, a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Moving on, we'll go to the approval of the minutes for the August 28th work study meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the August 14, 2018 regular meeting minutes.
I have a motion, second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Then we'll need an approval of minutes for the August 28th work study meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the August 28, 2018 work study meeting minutes.
A motion and a second.
I'll second it.
A motion, a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Very good. It passes. Moving on, we go to schedule announcements, and we'll start off with a staff introduction with our Bryce Schauwecker, Recreation Coordinator.
Hello.
So my name is Bryce Schauwecker. I am the Community and Outdoor Education Coordinator for Parks and Rec. I've been here for about 3 weeks, so I'm still relatively new. I actually started my first job here with Prescott Valley as a lifeguard about 8 years ago, so I'm very excited to be back.
Very good. Any questions, Bryce? Comments?
So are you a native?
We moved up here about 15 years ago, so I feel like I'm a native.
That's got to be native.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Went to Bradshaw Middle, went to Bradshaw High.
And where'd you go to college?
NAU.
Very good.
Excellent.
We are glad to have you back in town. We're glad. It's nice to see the kids move away, but they do come back. They have the opportunity to come back, and I think we're considered pretty lucky to have you on. And I know Brian has probably got some maybe nice things to say.
Well, being that she's in her probationary period, absolutely no positive comments to say at this stage in the game.
That's what we're used to.
Well, it seems like really a good move because she's got a lot of grounding in the community to start out with. So
yes, sir. She's very much familiar with our department, familiar with our community, its operations, all of those kinds of good things. Gosh, I hate to brag on her, but it was a pretty quick, easy decision during the interview process for those aspects. I'm very excited that she is on board. Literally, I know you all know this as commissioners, her first week was the 40th anniversary.
Oh, man.
She did not receive the opportunity to even think. She jumped in with both feet, did it admirably. Made some of us look old and feeble in regards to doing a large majority of the work, but really, truly showed that she has a very strong chance of making the team, and that's what's very exciting in regards to all of this. So, yes, we are excited about not only her being part of the team, but also looking forward to her ideas and her energy and the direction that she's going to give to this division of our department. And so that's what we're excited about. So there's going to be good things. She's going to be fine-tuning our current operations and then instituting new and exciting activities as well. So I appreciate...
We like new.
Yes. So I appreciate everybody's help, making her part of the family. You'll be looking forward to seeing her coming back to the future commission meetings in regards to some of her products and services, providing reports like you're going to hear from our aquatics coordinator a little later this evening. But also while we're out in the field and those things, it was very important that you know Bryce not only by name but also by face. So congratulations, Bryce.
Very good.
Very good.
Welcome, Bryce.
Happy to have you aboard, Bryce, and continued good luck in future with that. Don't worry about probation. You're in.
Yeah. Technicality.
That's right. Okay. Thank you for coming, Bryce. Moving on, we'll go to the Rotary Club Balloon Festival.
Yes, sir. Let me pull up our fancy-dancy slideshow here. Give you a variety of information through a couple of slides, if you don't mind. I know this is an item that we have had discussions. Matter of fact, you've had a presentation by those folks, but I wanted to remind you, if it wasn't in your calendar already, as well as the folks out there in listener land, that Saturday, September 22nd is the Prescott Valley Rotary Balloon Festival. This is sponsored. The proceeds will be sponsoring the Big Brothers Big Sisters of Yavapai County. And this event's being produced by the Rotary Club. This event, again, Saturday, September 22nd, will be held at the Prescott Valley Entertainment District. So this is near and around where the movie theater, the restaurants, all those other good activities and businesses are. Freedom Station's right there, so that's the vicinity of what we're describing as the entertainment district. This is all outdoor entertainment and fun. It's also utilizing the Main Street area around the fountain there in the entertainment district. And this will be featuring a number of different bands. In particular, the headliner is the Denise Allen Band that will be there. There'll be a variety of food, beverage available to all, and the balloons will be aglow. I know that they do have a number of them scheduled. I don't know what the total number is, but during the event, during the concerts and the activities during the evening time, balloons will be there inflated and glowing during the evening. If you've not ever experienced with that, it is an incredible look into the nighttime, providing all of that glow and reflection, which is exactly what the slide is presenting to you. So that will be the atmosphere that you will have. Encourage everybody to come out, join the Rotary Club in their production of this event. We're hoping that that will continue to grow, gain attendance and participation. Their long-term goals are to take this event and actually turn it not only to an annual glow, but also a launch and ride, if you will. They're wanting to look at that as being perhaps a two different morning or morning-afternoon combination and growing this event, not only in regards to service to the community, but also fundraising, benefiting. In this case, their chosen group this year is the Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Yavapai County. So with that, I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have.
It seems like the revitalized Rotary Club has done an excellent job of planning this and has a lot of activities. I would think this would be a great success.
I concur.
Any other questions, comments?
Well, Brian, I have a question. So there's going to be some events there that have a fee, and
yes,
some that may not have a fee.
That is correct. You're going to have some fees based upon food, beverage, those types of things, but I believe it is designed as a fundraiser, so they'll have some fee components of that, i.e., again, getting back in regards to giving back to the community. That's their philosophy of being able to do that.
Because I know there's some of our viewing audience that had that question, so I want to make sure I asked it.
Yes, sir. You are correct.
Brian, the balloons take up a great deal of space.
Yes, ma'am.
And there's room at the entertainment district for them?
Yes, ma'am. You are correct. All along that frontage of Main Street, as well as then the corresponding parking lot area, that will be the balloon glow area. So it should accommodate, I'm going to guess, somewhere between at least 5 and 10 balloons.
Go ahead, Kev.
No, I'm just looking at the slide.
Any more questions, comments? Hearing none, we'll move on to the 5K for the hill of it.
Yes, this is a Prescott Valley Parks and Recreation Department event. This is the 5/10K Run for the Hill of It Summit Run. This is going to take place on Saturday, September 29th. Registration is live and available. Your participation fees are $15 for 12 years and under, $20 for 13 years and up. It is now open and will be open through September 22nd. There will be registration opportunity on site, but it will come at an additional fee. Entry fee includes the race, event shirt, water, and snacks. Free for the first 30 participants is a water bottle. We start at the Glassford Hill Middle School. Upon your checkout, if you do this online, you'll be asked if you are a runner-jogger or a walker-hiker. We'll have 2 different flights for each one of those groups. The runners and joggers will promptly start at 7 a.m. You will be leaving from the Glassford Hill Middle School. If you are a walker or hiker, you will also leave from the school, but we will have 2 different distance routes that will be taking place, 5K, 10K. We will shuttle you from the middle school to our start line of the 5K race at its destination down the route. Your 10K is literally starting from the middle school, going up to the summit, and back again to the middle school. Okay? So there will be those variations. We do encourage participants as well as spectators to please leave the strollers and dogs at home for the safety of all participants participating in the event, and encourage everyone to please park at the parking lot of the Glassford Hill Middle School. The staging and check-in will occur on the basketball courts located there at the middle school. It will be easy to identify and find there on campus. So come to that overhead sheltered parking areas all out in front of the middle school. That is your parking and starting space, and you'll check in on the basketball courts and give your information. There is also a route map as part of your registration process, so you'll be able to see that and identify the different starting locations, distances, shuttle services, check-in, all the goodies that it takes to participate in this fun event. So this is our annual Run for the Hill of It 5-10K Summit Run.
Very good. Questions, comments?
Sounds like fun.
I think next year I'll wait for the tram to be built, and then I'll just take that up.
You ready for that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I know we're looking into having that done. So I can
Part of the master plan.
Kind of like we can just ride up there.
Pickleball must be wearing out.
Moving on, we'll go to Gold Fever Days.
Gold Fever Days. Please put this on your calendar. Saturday, October 6th, we're going to be down in Fane Park from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. Why? Because there's gold in them there hills. The Prescott Valley Parks and Recreation Department will be celebrating the rich history of Prescott Valley with a focus on pioneer era living and mining for gold, in this case panning for gold. Guests will have an opportunity to try their hand at gold panning, tour the historical sites throughout the park, enjoy live entertainment, shop with the local artisans and vendors that will be on site, play various games, enter contests, learn survivalist skills, and much, much more. Food trucks will also be on site, and there will be a free fishing clinic between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. Don't miss this golden opportunity. Place this on your calendar, Saturday, October 6th, Fane Park, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. For more information, you can visit us on the web at pvaz.net or give us a call at 759-3090.
Who's putting on the fishing clinic?
That will be staff in conjunction with the Arizona Game and Fish Department.
Excellent.
If you're an artist or a vendor, can you still?
Yes, please contact our offices. Also on the website, you'll be able to download those vendor registration forms, so that we would love to have you do that and speak with us.
And about how many artisans or vendors do you have signed up so far?
As many as we can possibly get. Right now, I will be honest with you, I don't know what the total numbers are currently.
But it's looking pretty good.
And we want more.
And
This should be a very popular event.
it is, and we'll park up top.
Yes, in this particular instance, as those of us that are familiar with Fane Park, there is a limited amount of parking down below. We'll actually be utilizing that for some of the events and services that are part of Gold Fever Day, but we also will be using it as our turnaround point for shuttle services. So with that being said, we're going to be utilizing some vacant property that's up on top, right across from 5th Street, that entranceway and 2nd. And we'll shuttle you down. Absolutely no cost for those shuttle services, no cost for the parking. We'll shuttle you down, and we'll have a continuous loop through that shuttle. So once you're done with the activities for the day, you'll be able to jump right on aboard and be taken right back up to the top, and then you'll be able to access your vehicle and head whatever to your next destination.
And the cost of all this?
No admission fees, no
Free.
Parking fees.
Free.
Exactly. No concert fees.
Free.
But if you're hungry or you're thirsty,
Free fish.
Go visit those vendors.
If you
That's
want
what
to eat
we
lunch, check out the food trucks.
like. You got it.
Other than that, a free family day. Take the kids down, have a good time.
And actually, you might be able to walk out with more money than what you walked in with, depending upon how your panning turns out.
If you need some commissioners to salt some gold down there, Buzz and I can take care of that.
Yeah.
You want to give us a sack of gold?
Yeah, we'll take care of the gold, no problem.
Oh, was that part of my budget?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Fun.
Okay. All right.
Any more questions, comments? Gold Fever Days. Everyone's got to be there. Moving on, we'll go to all the classes offered by the town.
Yes, I wanted to give you a little insight to some of our art and cultural services and upcoming classes. These are all free classes that we have listed here, provided by local artists working in a variety of different media, all of those types of things. And we're also always looking for instructors as well. So please reach out to us, let us know. But we would encourage you to sign up for a variety of different upcoming classes. We range from still life drawing, color wheels so that you can learn about all of that interaction on the color palettes, using Instagram to promote your art, mural mayhem, and a couple of other things that I choose not to try to pronounce. But lots of different fun. All of these types of services are listed on our website. We encourage you to look at that. They'll give you a lot more detail in regards to what each one of these programs are listed out. Lessons range right around to half an hour instruction, followed by an hour or 2 hours of time in completing projects that we have listed out here. And those are all scheduled on a variety of different dates. So give us a buzz at the office, again, 759-3090, or look us up on the web at pvaz.net, your Parks and Recreation Department, and you'll be able to find an entire list of all of the parks, recreation, art, and cultural activities, programs, and services. And you can register online from the comfort of your home, or visit us on the third floor of Civic Center at 7501 East Civic Circle.
Very good. Questions, comments? Hearing none, we'll move on. Department update, and we'll go to the director's report with Brian.
Being that I'm winded, I am happy to answer any questions you have in review of my report or the department's different divisional reports that are presented to you in your monthly packet, in any questions you might have concerning those, but nothing in addition to add.
Any questions, comments for Brian's report?
Come on, Kevin, I'm counting on you.
Okay.
No, I'm just teasing you. Don't need to be digging for gold on this one, big guy.
All right, I'll let you off the hook this time.
No problem. No problem. I know I interact with a fair number of you on a variety of different things, so doing that. So I am happy to answer any questions that you may have or any concerns that are out there.
Well, I would just say that, again, a lot of work and a lot of activities that you and your staff are doing, and as always, it's impressive on how much you do for the town and the citizens here. So just wanted to say thanks again.
You're more than welcome. I know all of our reports had a lot of focus in regards to planning and organization and everything leading up to the 40th anniversary. Our report doesn't reflect the totality of the 40th in doing that. I think the biggest thing, in this case, I'm retracting my earlier statement of I have nothing to add, because I do. And that ultimately is, that wonderful face that was before you earlier with Miss Bryce. You're going to see Brady a little bit later. You know Hope. You know Bree, you know Jason, you know Kathy, you know Mary Lou, you know Cindy, you know all of those folks. You saw them throughout the 40th. You saw multiple other people throughout the 40th. You saw volunteers that you're not familiar with that were working to produce that event. Mother Nature played with us a little bit in regards to attendance and those things, but we still stayed the course. We made all of those things happen. We had community partners that were with us in doing all of that. It took the entire village to make that happen, and I can't be prouder than what I am in regards to the effort, the dedication, and the completeness that folks work towards to making that happen. My statement about Mother Nature, we would have been much happier if she wouldn't have toyed with us through that process. But it is what it is. And I think we had a very good product that was out there. Our professionals that we hired to assist us in endeavors that we physically or professionally or technologically couldn't provide came through. The tribute bands with Eric Clapton and Journey and Heart and ABBA were really neat to see how they operate and what they do, and provided a great product. Lots of comments in regards to certain bands and genres and tastes, and how happy they were to have those. The fact that the inflatables were free is a testament to the fundraising and the leadership that we got out of our advisory committee coming from that, as well as our council members, Jody Rooney and Laura Lee Nye, in doing that. Our community partners, we had all the safety team members that were out there, our donors, our sponsors. That's why I reiterate, it took the entire village to make this thing happen, and it was critical in order for everyone to be able to enjoy. The car club told me, "Oh, Brian, you should be happy if you get 50 cars." Well, that's not the goal. I don't want just 50 cars. I want more than that. Well, be happy. That's what we'll work for, and that's what we'll get. Next thing I know, I got a report saying, "Holy Toledo, Brian, I don't know what you did, but we now have 110 cars entered into the event doing that." That speaks volumes. The simple fact that community partner was able to make that happen.
Very popular event.
Very, very much so. People were just coming in. Where's the car show? Where's the car show? Where's the car show? And again, Mother Nature toyed with us through that process. But excited about what our future is through that community engagement process, all of the different folks that came on board, made things happen, the donations that occurred. We now have a new inflatable archway through grant processes because of those community partnerships. So a pretty doggone awesome thing. And then you all. You were part of that volunteer corps that were able to come out and join us at the tent and help give out information and share with folks about the different opportunities throughout that campus over the course of those 2 days, as well as information about our programs and services and facilities and X and Y and all those good things. So thank you for that commitment and provision there. So kudos to everybody. I'm glad I could nap through the whole thing.
That's right. That's typical. That's typical.
Yes, very much
Catching
so.
up on his sleep, I'm sure.
And it was a very successful event. And if somebody didn't have a good time, it's their own fault, because there was many things for everybody to do and have a good time.
Yeah.
Any other questions, comments for Brian? Hearing none, we'll move on to the chairperson's report. I've wanted to talk about our fields are again getting abused. We've got adult softball going on, and now we have soccer going on. Yep. And I attended last Saturday's soccer games, and at Mountain Valley Park there was not one parking spot on the complex side. They're bringing the kids in from 8 to 9 to 10 to try and get the games played. Fields were full. People were parking across the road in some dirt field. They were parking over by the pool and walking. And, of course, the grass was getting beat up. I mean, there was a lot of people in the park. And, of course, people are bringing chairs. They're bringing pop-ups. They're doing whatever in the grass.
Awesome stuff.
And, like I say, our staff for the parks, as soon as everybody was cleared out, it was cleaned up, it was back to normal. And, you look at that grass field. Later that evening, I drove by and saw it, and it was was amazing just to look and think, okay, there was a lot of people here earlier, back to normal.
Yeah.
Our staff does amazing for the skeleton crew that you have. And I hope you pass that on to those guys. Thanks for the tough job.
Sure will.
Good work.
Thank you.
And I also have the annual reports coming up for review by us. And if there's any certain points that any commissioners would like to have Brian talk about or look at, submit those points to Brian. I believe it's going to be the October meeting.
Yes, sir.
Or at the October meeting, we're going to be looking at the review of our annual report. So if there's any special points or aspects of that annual report, you could shoot Brian a quick phone call or an email, and he'll make sure that he gets that on that annual report. Other
Draft of that annual report?
That's what I will be producing and providing to you for your October meeting. Yes, ma'am. Once that draft is reviewed, I get additional comments and feedback from that. We'll work to finalize it, then present it to council. That's where it will be ratified, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Any questions, comments for me on the chair report? Hearing none, we'll move on to the Tree Advisory Board with the chairperson's report. So our Tree City program is very successful, and what I did was I went back to review the history of the Tree City program. And what it was created to help green up cities and towns across America since 1976. It's a movement for communities to expand their public trees. More than 3,400 communities have made the commitment to become a tree city. Currently, out of all the cities in Arizona, there's only 21 that participate in this program. Prescott Valley is one of them. We're very successful with it. We should be proud to be a part of this program because of the fact we can qualify for grant money for trees to try and beautify our town. And it also is great for the Arbor Day celebrations we have, for the opportunity to educate children and citizens of the community about the importance of trees. Meeting dates and times are going to be arranged for the future plans. We continue the work for the Prescott Valley Tree City USA. Like I say, it's been a very successful program for us, and we're just going to keep on keeping on with it and keep planting trees and keep getting that money. Any questions on, and like I said, we will be coming up with dates and times for meetings in the future on Tree City.
Yes, sir.
And we will let you guys all know that in case anybody would like to attend. We have a arborist, Dana Diller, still works with us.
Yes,
The goodness of his heart, he comes and helps us with this so we can meet our standards that we need to. And like I say, we're rolling forward.
May I ask a question, sir?
You bet.
I know I haven't heard anything back. I did not know if you have. I know we had an invitation out to requesting another advisory member. I haven't heard anything. Have you to this date?
I have not yet.
Okay.
But I'm supposed to hear communication next week.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
And then he's also looking for a date and a time.
Excellent.
So when we get our schedule set, he'll be a little more precise.
Super.
On
Okay.
coming on.
We'll get right on it.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Bet. Any questions, comments on Tree City? If not, we'll move on to old business. We'll go to capital project updates with Brian.
Yes, I wanted to give you a little bit of feedback. Last Thursday, I went before council in a work study session. Two of our particular items was my area of focus. One was your recommendation for George Anderson Park. We'll hit that a little bit later. Another element was the maintenance that we have scheduled for the parking lots at Mountain Valley Park. Those two items will be going before council this Thursday for their approvals. In addition to that, the Parks Division utility tractor is part of that council agenda, as well as then the last item are the scoreboards for the two remaining fields at the Mountain Valley Park fourplex. So those are your four capital items that will be before council this coming Thursday. Council during work study, if you don't mind me transferring into our next discussion item of the George Anderson Playground, that discussion was very favorable. at the council meeting. They concurred with your recommendation as well as the color scheme choice of the forest program, which is your beiges, greens, and burgundy reds, if you will. I'm a little color challenged in doing that. We did explain to them a variety of the different play apparatus. They're very happy in regards to the choices that you made on the swings, with the baby swing as well as the therapeutic swing. That's going to be part of this package. And then also the fact that the new styled variation of the merry-go-round is also a very integrated ADA component in doing that. So they were very excited to hear that that was an area of focus and emphasis, and the fact that it's coming together here for us. So once we are finished at Thursday night's meeting and we have received approval, again, those 4 items were the George Anderson Playground, Mountain Valley Park parking lot rehabilitation, the scoreboards at Mountain Valley Park, and then the Parks Division utility tractor. We will be moving forward with purchase of each one of those. We'll receive a schedule from the vendor for the playground, who has been encouraged to make sure that this installation occurs prior to the Thanksgiving holidays. For 2 very different reasons. One, we want to have a ribbon cutting ceremony, so we'll get that scheduled up based upon what that installation schedule provides to us. And then also, because it's a 4-day holiday weekend, we want everybody to get out there and have a ton of fun as well too, because we'll have a lot of guests coming into our community as well, so they'll be able to utilize that quite a bit. So we're very excited in doing those things. As it relates to the Mountain Valley Park parking lot rehabilitation, we're going to be working with that particular vendor to create the proper schedule based upon Mountain Valley Park's schedule of operation, because that's going to be critical. He already knows and understands, because it's the nature of his business, there might be days that are more convenient to the park user not to be impacted, so we'll figure those things out, as well as then also the probability that we'll have to do segments of the parking lot, as opposed to being able to do all of the parking lot at one fell swoop. So once we get to that point in time, we'll work with that vendor as well. As far as the scoreboards go, we'll just look at what that delivery time frame is. Park staff has already done all the necessary requirements to be ready for the delivery of those products. The vendor's responsible for installation as well as the hookup to power its operations, as well as then also tuning the remote control features for those scoreboards operation in doing that. And then lastly is we'll understand what the timeline of delivery for the utility tractor is. There'll be a training schedule for that. We'll also learn a maintenance schedule. We'll have to hit a certain hour of use threshold, take it back in for service. That's part of the normal routine of process, and then be able to put it into full operation after that point in time, after its quote-unquote break-in period. Without breaking it, right? I knew you were going to go there, so covered that base quickly. So that's an update in regards to those 4 particular items. With also, ta-da, the celebration in the office. Miss Kathy is just elated. Her new copier came in, and we're just going crazy, stapling, printing, doing all kinds of crazy stuff with it. It has been phenomenal, so we're very excited about that. So if you need a product, I think Kathy said she can produce 2,536 pages within less than 30 seconds for you if you need it. No, I'm exaggerating that a little bit. But it is a very nice quality product. Matter of fact, our delivery team and maintenance folks were quite excited that we have this particular unit. So they were giving us 2 thumbs up. So we're good to go there in doing that. So that is kind of where we're at on capital projects and a general summary of the George Anderson Playground. So Thursday night's going to be exciting for us.
Very good. And, I was fortunate enough to be in Brian's office when I got to actually see the copier at work.
Really?
Oh, it was amazing. It was,
Copy your
papers
face
went in
or
and they
anything
came
like
out and they had stuff on them.
Add stuff.
It was amazing. And I saw Kathy just dancing a jig over in that corner when the papers were coming
And boy,
out.
can she cut the rug, too.
You
boy.
bet
Yes.
she could, especially with that new copier in session.
Yeah, buddy.
So it is. It's one, and I'm sure the staff's excited to drive the new tractor too.
Yeah, I've been told I can't, so.
I'm sure that the guys are all lined up down there with seniority.
Yes.
Who gets to drive the tractor first?
Shirt straws, look out.
That's right. Any questions, comments on Brian's report?
Nope.
And how exciting for George Anderson Park. I mean,
Very
it's
much
going to
so.
be, it's going to be a very exciting neighborhood. Okay, moving on, we'll go to new business with our very own man of the hour, Mr. Brady Peck with the Aquatics Report for the
Before
year.
Brady jumps in, come on up, Brady. I failed to mention one other capital item. And when we were together last time, I was talking that the Quailwood Park swings were on their way in. And they were installed, but the swings weren't on, so we couldn't swing because we were waiting for the safety surfacing material to arrive. That has arrived, it has been installed, and we have gotten a tremendous number of kudos from that. And generally, when we go by every day, they're out there just enjoying the heck out of them. So thank you again very much for that. We have completed that task. Sorry, Brady. Come on up, big guy.
Hey, Brady.
All right. I have a few slides to go over before we get into the question portion. So just sit tight, write your questions down. Buzz, I know you can forget them.
We can always depend on Brady for graphics.
We like graphics.
You darn right we do.
All right. So first slide, we have our open swim numbers. Youth has been trending down. As you can see, we've had fewer groups come in over past couple years, and that's been our biggest hit. Adults fairly steady, and seniors we actually have an increase, but numbers are so small it doesn't reflect it that well in the graph. Numbers down below, you can see the actual increase in the senior attendance. We also have our lovely weather closure graph in the upper right hand corner. Closures were fairly comparable to last year. We didn't have as many complete closures where we just didn't open. I think we only had one day this year where the weather was not favorable enough to even open the gate. Last year, I think we had 4 or 5 of those days, and that's not on this graph, but that we were definitely pleased to see the weather assist a little bit with our operations this summer. And we did have that one weekend in June where we had some rain from a tropical storm come through where last year, if you recall, it was bone dry throughout the entire month of June, and we didn't have weather affect our operations at all. Moving on to swim lessons, we had a bit of an interesting summer where the first session was roughly the same. Sessions 2 and 3, we actually saw a very nice increase over 2017, and then our fourth session took a hit. What we looked at here is that with last year, the Goodwin fire happened during session 2, and not everyone got back into their homes by session 3, so a lot of people moved all the way to session 4, where they would have been in session 2 or 3. With that, we would have seen comparable numbers to this year with the actual sessions. And as you can see, we have one more participant this year over last year. So this is definitely a program we look at growing every year, as drowning prevention is the number one goal with the swim program. We start as early as 6 months, and it's never too late to learn how to swim if you don't know how. So this is always a program we look at growing every year, and same thing will go for 2019 when we look at our summer schedule. And lastly, we have our aerobics. Aerobics actually increased a lot this year. Some of that was due to warmer than average weather, and that was great. We'll take it. And we were really fortunate to have some great instructors in our evening session this year. Both of them were in school for fitness, aerobics. While they didn't have water aquatics certifications, they had yoga and other fitness certifications that definitely help them out. So that was very popular this year. And that's also a program we look to expand on every year. It's a great opportunity for folks to get out there that may have issues, joint issues, bone issues, other health issues that prevent them from participating in normal land-based fitness programs. With that, I will go ahead and turn it over to you guys for questions.
Any questions, comments? Brady?
Who attends the aerobics?
Typically, aerobics is 50 and plus. We have two different ones, 50 and over in the morning, and we have adult aerobics in the evening. I'd probably say the average age is between 50 and 60. So it definitely is an older crowd that participates. However, we do have some younger adults that do come after work and participate on a pretty regular basis as well.
Yeah, that increase seems pretty significant.
That. Elaine?
Yeah, I'm quite surprised at the aerobics, how much that has grown. I was going to question the first slide. Could we go back to that?
Absolutely.
There you go.
Okay. I noticed, maybe you can tell us, why the participation has been dropping.
We haven't looked too in depth at this. The one thing that does stick out to us is the group numbers. Not having as many groups scheduled to come to the pool, and also not having as many of those unscheduled groups come to the pool. We haven't dove down deeper into those numbers as to, okay, reaching out and why haven't you guys been coming as much? Because we don't know. We're not going to speculate whether it's weather or anything else that may have led to that decline without any data to back that up. So there's some fact finding to go on during the off season and try to figure out what the root causes for that decline and to see if we can't turn it around into an increase in the future years.
Kevin, anything?
No, numbers, colors, slides look great.
I was also going to give a little extra feedback in regards to your question, Commissioner Fallman. Also looking at our early close and total close numbers.
Well, that would affect it, I'm
we
sure.
We saw a little bit of that, and so therefore, and Brady and I were going through this, is looking at where the significant changes were. So if we're looking at 2017 to 2018 within the month of June, we're seeing about a 400 to 600 number. You take 2 days worth of operation as well as some iffy days where we never closed, but yet it was overcast, it was potential lightning, it might be a little drizzle and rain. We're not going to demonstrate those because of the cause-effect of weather, because it was either we closed for just a portion of the day or we totally closed out. Those are going to have some impacts. We know what monsoon season was like for us in doing those types of things. Versus you seeing some trending in other locations on adults, it was a marginal gap, but yes, it was less. But yet when we look in July, it was an increase. So it was almost status quo when you look at some of these things. And that's kind of what we have to play with some analysis here. So are we fearful? No. Do we see some trending? Absolutely, as Brady was indicating in regards to groups, and that's some of that more in-depth analysis that we need to be doing, and that's basically boiled down to, hey, Bob, what's going on? And they may have changed their programming. It may have also been attributed to weather forecast or different things. So that's what we have to look at. But by no means do we go, ooh, oh. No, I'm not worried about that at all. And doing it. Matter of fact, it was a very nice year at the pool. And that, again, goes back to Brady. He's got a well-trained group. They function well doing those types of things. And we're making strong headway, i.e. in regards to swim lessons and then also in our other activities that we have going on there. So kudos to the team out there.
Yeah, excellent.
Yep. And I must say, Brady, that I was fortunate enough to watch a few swim lessons of the little kids, and your staff was unbelievable.
Oh, thank you.
These are kids from our high schools and things, and the courtesy, and not only to the kids but to the parents, because of course some kids might start crying, and the parents would of course run up and go, oh, and they go, hey, this, you know. But it was. I mean, your staff was amazing. I hope a lot of them come back next year for you. It was just a sight to see, to go to the pool and watch the kids in action with the kids of our community today and the parents. And I hope you pass that on to them all. And it's nice when you can go to the pool and see the staff working hard, and you see Brady taking a nap in the chair behind the desk.
Boy, that's his job.
But you know, there was one instance where I saw Brady running to one of the doorways to something, and there was some kind of a problem with the pool, and to see Brady jump into action and not probably being trained the correct way to handle a situation with maybe a function of the pool or some chlorine or something. But like I say, kudos to you and your staff, Brady. Pool was just wonderful this year, and I heard many, many parents very, very happy with swim lessons this year.
Absolutely. Thank you. We do appreciate the good words. We had a great staff this summer. We had 45 young men and women from around the community. Some of them had gone on to school and were coming back for the summer. Some of them were still in high school and getting their first job at 15 and 16 years old. So, and for them, they were repeatedly tell me how rewarding it is to work with the kids and actually do something for the community as opposed to go and flip burgers or pick up trash or whatever other jobs are available to the young folks in our community, as I know they are abundant. So yes, very, very much kudos to the team over there, and we hope to see as many of them back as possible next year.
I hope they're all back next year. You bet.
And I think congratulations to you that you managed to sit through this entire meeting.
Yes. Any other questions for Brady on his aquatic report?
No, it looks like a very successful year to me.
Very, very good job, Brady. Keep it up down there at the pool for us.
All right. Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you for coming. Okay, moving on. We have anything else anybody has? Questions, comments?
Maybe just a quick mention. We do have the healing fields going on in our Civic Center Park. If anybody hasn't been out there to see them, it's quite a image.
Yes, sir, and that will continue through this Friday, in which we also are seeking the help of numerous community volunteers to help us take down, pack, and store all of the 3,000 plus flags that are here on display here at the Civic Center. So,
what time does that start?
That time, I believe, is scheduled for 7 o'clock, right in there. And I apologize if I'm wrong. It perhaps could be 8 o'clock, but I think we begin at 7. So helping us take down those flags would be fantastic.
Is that Friday?
That would be this Friday coming up.
This Friday is takedown.
That is correct.
Yeah.
We got coverage in the Phoenix
Yes.
stations.
Matter of fact, we also had Governor Ducey come join us on Saturday morning, in which we blessed the field and also conducted a 5K run out there. So all raising funds in regards to fallen firefighters. So doing those types of things. So it is a tremendous community event. I think we had 3 buses of students coming to visit the grounds and gain their knowledge and understanding of that experience and tragedy that took place, but also getting an understanding of what community is and its function and what we are as citizens as well of this great country, and supporting and recognizing what was given on that particular day.
Any other comments? Hearing none, we'll move on to unscheduled public appearances. I don't believe we'll have any this evening. So we'll move on to the next meetings. We will have a work study September 25th at 3:30 in the afternoon in the conference room. Then we will have another work study on October 9th, 5:30, before our regular meeting at 6:30. And then another work study October 23rd at room 330. That a time would probably be, are we looking at 3:30?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 3:30.
So that would be 3:30 on that day also. And that will all be working on putting together master plan information. So if there's any other questions, comments? Hearing none, I'll accept a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion that we adjourn this meeting of September 11th, 2018.
I have a motion and a second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Very good. Thank you, Prescott Valley. We are out of here.